Hey folks, welcome back to the podcast, the Evil Dungeon Master Universe podcast. I am Vince, your host. It's Thursday. Getting closer to the weekend, and hopefully you're going to be having a game either tonight, tomorrow, or this weekend, or maybe even on Monday. I have a game this weekend. It's continuing along with my Unisystem Shadowrun game, where I've taken the Unisystem, cinematic Unisystem, and applied the Shadowrun 2050 setting right on top of it. It's actually been quite a blast and quite a challenge to put things together. It was more of a test to see if I can take another system that doesn't have a certain genre for it and make it work. So far, Shadowrun has been working really well. And you can listen to the episodes at rollhigherdie.com through the main feed, or you can come here on the YouTube channel.com/TheOldDM, and you can see the episodes that go up usually on Tuesdays or Mondays, I forget which, for audio format, like audiogram format is what they call them for YouTube. Some people wanted those things there, so they're there. Just check the history and playlist and you'll find them easily. Moving along, we should be doing our Rifts game for the channel this weekend or possibly on Monday to get that concluded up. For the co-op play and move into, I think we're going to be doing Mini 6 co-op play and possibly Cinematic 8, which I've been on and off testing myself in solo role play. I did a write-up on my blog, theevilDM.com, where you could check out that solo role play where I did detective noir game for that. Ask the DM at theevilDM.com is my email address. TheevilDM.com is my address. BuyMeACoffee.com/EvilDM is the easiest way to support me. Or you could join the YouTube channel for 99 cents a month to get access to videos ahead of time and as well as a Friday night stream for members only. Speaking of which, tonight is our normal stream. Well, it's not normal because you supposedly is on Wednesdays, but Jeff and I were not able to figure out a time for Wednesday because we were both busy. So we moved it to Thursday this week. Tonight at 5:05 p.m. Central Standard Time or Central Time, whatever, head over to my channel and you can watch us live on the channel as we talk about D6 versus D20 role-playing systems and which we feel is better and which handles a thing better. Anyway, on to the show. Now that stuff's out of the way. Flipping to page 151 in the Dungeon Master's Guide, we look halfway down the page to find an interesting magical item that is pretty much a good magical item if you want to be an evil DM like myself. So it is a Necklace of Strangulation, also covered by enchantments to completely mask its true nature. A Necklace of Strangulation can be discovered only when placing it around the character's neck. The necklace immediately constricts and cannot be removed short of an alter reality, limited wish, or wish spell. The wearer will suffer 6 points of damage of strangulation per round until the character is dead. The necklace remains clasped until the character is a dry skeleton. A very simple cursed, I don't know if it's cursed, but a simple magic item. I don't even want to call it a magic item. I guess it is. A magic item that will kill the character or the NPC or whomever when they put it on instantly. Well, I wouldn't say instantly. It was pretty close to being instantly. And it's a pretty awful magic item, especially if you want to be a jerk or a dick. The Necklace of Strangulation, you can't figure out exactly what it is because it's covered by enchantments to mask its true nature. So if it tries to be identified, it'd be identified as a magical necklace. And I guess since it's covered by enchantments to completely mask it, I would think it'd be identified as something else. At least that's how I would handle it when they try to identify it. Oh, it's a necklace of +2 to protection. Yeah, that's it. So you really can't tell what this magical item is, what it will do until you actually put it on. So you're asking, well, Vince, why would you put this in your campaign, man? Unless you want to be a dick like you know. So I came up with some scenarios that a GM or a DM could use in his campaign for this item. So one, I could see this being an assassin's like tool. A notorious assassin uses the necklace as a tool to eliminate his targets. So maybe the assassin will drop this necklace to various people that he wants to kill, giving to them as a present. Boom. They get strangled, and he takes it off of them. Now, he knows what the necklace does. There is nothing that says in here that you have to put it on. It just says that when you put it on. So if the assassin is using this, the players maybe have to stop this mysterious assassin when he strikes. So maybe the necklace disappears after the person's dead, something like that. Maybe it is part of a cult, and the cult uses the necklace to sacrifice people to their dark deities, and the players stumble across this cult, and maybe they have to stop the cult because this necklace is using for sacrifice, and maybe every time a sacrifice with this necklace makes the let's say every sacrifice will make the god or the deity that they're worshiping just a little bit stronger, and maybe they're using it for each sacrifice to open a portal, and every time somebody dies, the portal just gets a little bit stronger, so this person can come from the other realm into ours, something like that. Maybe you can alter it slightly and make it a guardian's test type thing. The necklace sits at the threshold of, we'll say, some type of mysterious cave entrance, and only those that are worthy may enter, but they have to put the necklace on, and the necklace will see those of pure heart, and they won't strangle them. So that could be something like that. There could be another situation where we go back for the assassin type thing, but this time it's a merchant. So the merchant has a scam running where he sells this necklace to somebody. He knows what happens to it. He knows what type it is. He sells it for whatever price, a large price, enough that people can afford it, but it's a nice pocketful for him. He tells them that the necklace is a beautiful necklace that will only needs to rest for the day. It can't be put in the sunlight right away, and it needs to be opened up in the moonlight and placed on, and you'll see a wonderful display of magical blah blah blah. And he's telling all these people that, and then boom, they put the necklace on, they get strangled. He sneaks back, takes the necklace from them, and then sells it back all over again. So he's got some type of scam like that going, and the players have to figure this out because the town's noticing that various people were dying, and they're just leaving skeletons behind, which is unusual. So there's that situation, which I kind of like that idea for a little mini side quest. And finally, another one, and I'm trying to figure out how I would use this in a campaign, but I would say that maybe a count, or maybe even a duke or something, a king, has his kingdom, and he's a paranoid person. So every time someone who potentially tries to usurp him, he gives them a necklace. And this is the necklace that he gives them, and he strangles them to make sure to get rid of any competition, anybody trying to get him off the throne. So, I mean, maybe it's kind of like a rumor thing going around that the king will kill you if you try to betray him. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that one out. I wrote that down, and I'm like, king will use to maybe the king uses it when someone comes to his kingdom and they fail to do what he wants. He's one of those tyrant kings. So whenever you fail to do something for him or do something right, he puts the necklace on you and you die. That's an interesting scenario. And it could be one of those things that the rumor of the king does this, but only a certain amount of eyes see this, and there's rumors that he does this. I can see that being a fearful thing going on in the campaign, just as a background drop thing. I don't know how your players would get involved, but I'm sure we could figure out. Finally, I got another scenario written up because a couple people were like, "Hey, you didn't do any scenarios." I liked it, so all right. A situation here is our creepy scenario. As you go in deeper into the crypt, the air grows colder, and eerie silence envelops you. You come across a skeletal figure slumped against the wall. Around its neck, a necklace glimmers in the dim light. As you approach, a chill runs down your spine, but the allure of the necklace is just too strong and pulls you towards it. You reach out, unclasp it from the skeleton's neck. It feels oddly warm in your hands. You decide to put it on. As it settles around your neck, you feel a sudden tightness. The necklace begins to constrict as you gasp for air, but no sound comes out. You claw at the necklace to try to rip it off, but nothing happens. Your vision blurs as the necklace will not budge. The last thing you see before darkness takes over is the skeletal figure and its empty eye sockets seeming to stare right at you. Well, there's our story. There's our scenario. What happens when you put the necklace on? I don't know. What do you think? Tell me how you'd use this item in your campaign. Would you use this item in your campaign? I'd like to know. Ask the DM at evildm.com. Buymeacoffee.com/evilDM for support, or just for leave a comment. Don't forget to like the video. Keep it original. Keep it old school. Good night. God bless. And keep those AD&D fires in.